Welcome back, everybody, to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Shauna. I'm going to be sharing 4 of my family's favorite crockpot meals. These are amazing meals that my family loves, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you today. And I also wanted to say Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, so I hope everybody is having a non-stressful and fun holiday season. This is in collaboration with my friend Amanda from Mom's Messy Kitchen. If you haven't heard of Amanda yet, you are truly missing out, and I hope you click on the link down below to go and check her channel out. She does all kind of foodie content. She does what's for dinners, meal preps, grocery hauls, and then also she shares her kids' lunches and husband's lunches as well. She does amazing holiday videos, so if you're ever in the need for some holiday inspiration for parties, for kids, meals, what have you, you're definitely going to want to check out her channel. So for anybody who's coming over from Amanda's channel, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you subscribe and stick around, and definitely leave a comment down below. So with all that being said, let's get on to the video. Okay, for this first recipe, you're going to take 1 2.5 pound, 3 pound chuck roast, and you're going to pour over 2 cups of beef broth. You can also use beef consomme if you don't have the beef broth. Okay, the next thing I took was some Worcestershire sauce. I took about 1/4 cup of that. And then once I got that covered up, I put in 1 cup of chopped celery. I took in some Adams Reserves Italian seasoning. Now you can use any Italian seasoning that you like or that you have. And then I also took in some garlic powder. I also put in about 1/2 cup of pepperoncinis, and then salt and pepper. And then I also put in some Italian roasted red bell peppers that come in the jar. The one that I have is from HEB, and I just chopped that up and put that in there. I also put in 1/2 a chopped of a sweet Vidalia onion and 4 tablespoons of butter. Okay, now that you have all your ingredients in there, you're just going to give it a little bit of a mix. Put your lid on and cook it on low for 8 hours. And then once it's done, after the 8 hours, you take out the roast beef, put it into a separate bowl, and give it a good shred. And then I just like to take a few big spoonfuls of the extra juice that is in the crock pot and use that to help put some moisture back into the beef. Okay, and then I take 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. I prefer Duke's mayonnaise, but you use whatever mayonnaise you want. And then I put in some salt, some pepper, and then 1/2 of a lemon. I cut that up and use the juice from 1/2 of the lemon. And then I also put in some of that Adams Italian seasoning as well, and with the mayonnaise. And that's what we use for our sandwiches. And then also, if you want to put a little bit of a kick into that mayonnaise mixture, put a little bit of red pepper flakes. It's so good like that. I didn't do it this time, but it is delicious. I've done it before. And for my sandwiches, I just use some ciabatta. Chapati rolls? No, I'm not even editing this out. You need a really good kind of bread that is a hearty bread to hold up the roast beef with all of the moisture. So you get what I'm saying, and these work out really, really well. You can get these at the deli in your local Walmart or whatever grocery store that you have. And if you do get these, make sure that you put them in the refrigerator because these rolls will mold really fast. So there you have it, and this is my version of a Chicago-style Italian sandwich. Okay, and this next recipe, my neighbor gave this to me a long time ago. What did she call this? Poor man's meal? Poor man's crock pot meal, something like that. Anyways, I took about 3 pounds of russet potatoes and quartered them. I took 2 pounds of hamburger meat, 2 cans of drained corn. I also put in half a cup of sour cream and then 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. I also put in 1 cup of cheddar cheese to put into the mixture, and then you're also going to need some extra cheddar cheese for the top by the end, and you'll see that in a minute. For seasonings, I just used salt and pepper, some garlic powder. I also put in a little bit of thyme. You can use whatever seasonings that you want. It all goes really, really well together. I also put in some parsley. Okay, and then I just gave it a really good mix and closed the lid and cooked it on low for 8 hours. Okay, and there it is, all done. And then I just took some more cheddar cheese, put the lid back on for about 15 minutes until the cheese was nice and melted. And then I just served it with some green onions and a little bit of extra sour cream on the side in a bowl. And it is so good. It is such a comfort meal. It is delicious. Definitely give this one a go because you're not going to be disappointed. And also you can use chicken in this as well. You don't have to use ground beef. You can use any kind of smoked sausage. I've done it numerous different ways, but this is always a crowd pleaser and it's so yummy. So please give this one a try. Okay, and next we have Tex-mex chicken spaghetti. Now this one has a ton of ingredients in it, but it's super yummy and delicious and another comfort meal that I usually do this time of year. I took 4 chicken breasts in this meal, some linguine. I only use linguine lately. I really enjoy it. I just really like it. And side note, I didn't get to use my bacon at the very end because my children ate my bacon. Anybody else? Anybody else? For this one, it's pretty much all about layering. You have your chicken first, and then I take 1 can of green enchilada chili mix, and then 1 can of fire roasted rotel, 1 can of cream of chicken soup. You can also do cream of mushroom or cream of celery. I've done cream of celery before, and I really liked it that way, but I didn't have any. And then I took half of a package of velvetta cheese, just the 16-ounce 1 pound block of velvetta cheese, cubed that up, put that on top of there, and then I did the same thing with cream cheese. I took half of it and cubed it up and put that in there to begin with. And then for seasonings, I put in some Mexican oregano, I put in some paprika, some garlic powder, and then also a little bit of cumin just to give it that extra spice. Okay, and now you're going to cook this on low for 8 hours, and it's going to be absolutely delicious whenever you get home from work or whatever you have to do by the end of the day. So this is what it's going to look like, and then you're just going to shred your chicken really nice, and then you're going to add your cooked pasta, give it a good mix, and then you're going to take the last of your velvetta cheese and slice that up and lay it on top and cook it for another 15 minutes, and then your dinner is done. Okay, and then finally is a meatball and tortellini slow cooker meal. I took 2 cans of Prego spaghetti sauce. You can use any spaghetti sauce that is your preference. We just like Prego in ours. And then I took the last of my roasted red bell peppers and chopped those up and put that in there for a little extra something something. I took a package of some mushrooms and I put that in there as well. And then finally, I took 1 can of stewed Italian tomatoes and 1 small can of sliced black olives. I drained them both and just put that into the mixture. Once I got everything in there, I gave it a good mix and then started layering my pasta bake. For seasoning, I kept it pretty simple. I put some black pepper in there, some crushed red peppers. We like it a little spicy. I also put in some herbes de Provence, just in the Italian seasoning that you have. That's totally optional, but we like it. And then also a little bit of sea salt. And then I also took 1 16-ounce block of mozzarella cheese. I got all of it grated up because you're going to be layering this like a lasagna, and it is absolutely delicious. For the tortellini that I used and the Italian meatballs that I used, I just got these from Walmart in the frozen section. The meatballs were pre-cooked, and the tortellini is the cheese tortellini from Great Value. Okay, and then I just cooked mine on high for 4 hours. You could do low for 8 hours if you prefer, depending on, your schedule. And then at the very end, when everything was done, I topped it off with the last of the mozzarella cheese, and I let that cook for another 15 minutes until all the cheese was nice and bubbly and melted. And then I just served this with some garlic bread. I also actually had a side salad, but I forgot to show that part. But this was absolutely delicious. It is very hearty. It feeds a crowd. And oh my gosh, I'm ready for another bowl. And it's actually morning time. Is it okay to have it for breakfast? I think so. Okay, and that is all of the meals I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much, Amanda, for doing another video with me. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And again, have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you in my next video.